Good morning. So today I want to give you my tips on getting through winter without losing your energy, your motivation, or your positive energy, like positive moods. And I don't know if you know me, but I'm not a winter person. I literally don't think I was made to live in New York. I hate winter. And the snow just makes me sad, and I'm always cold. I'm cold in 50-degree weather. So imagine how I feel in 25-degree weather or -2-degree weather. It's not fun. So, anyways, but then I realized it's not just me. This is an actual thing that happens to a lot of people. And I don't know if you've heard of winter depression or SAD, which is an acronym, SAD. It stands for seasonal affective disorder. And basically both of those means you're lacking in sun. They're lacking in sun, you're lacking in vitamin D. And because in winter, first of all, the sun is only up until 5 o'clock, and no one's going to be outside like they are in summer. You don't go outside and sit in the sun when it's 2 degrees out. You get inside as fast as you can. And if you're outside, you're bundled up. But there are real symptoms that come from this, and that is fatigue, being tired all the time. You get lower moods. The sun releases serotonin, which is the chemical or the hormone that's responsible for happiness. So if you don't have that, you're going to have lower moods. Your motivation goes down. You gain weight. You get sick more easy. As soon as it's cold for a couple weeks, I'm sick every year. And it's been better this year because I've been taking actions. But you get sick, you gain weight, and you gain weight for a lot of reasons. Some of it's that you don't have the motivation, to go to the gym. You don't have the energy. There's a lot of reasons. But hopefully the tips that I'll give you today will help with this. And another thing, us as humans, we aren't meant to live in these conditions. If you think about it, if we were like an animal, we would not be alive here. We have houses and we have heat and we have all of these things, but if we didn't have this, there's no way, we would not live here. So we're not meant to be in these conditions. So of course we're not going to thrive in them. So you really do need to take actions to make sure that you are okay during winter. Sorry, I just got a notification. So basically, my number one tip is my first video is talking about morning routines. So if you do have a morning routine, or if you don't have something you consider a morning routine, but something you do every morning, whether it's you wake up and you go to the gym, or you wake up and you work out at home, or you wake up and you get some tea or coffee and you just read. Anything like that, if you have anything you do in the morning, make sure you stick to it. It's going to be really hard in winter to do it. I know when I wake up and I see the snow, or I look at the temperature and it's so cold, I'm just no, I'm staying in bed all day. But no, that's when it's so important. You need to wake up and start your day right. And the way you start your day will affect the whole rest of your day. So if you start it by hitting snooze 10 times, laying in bed, then your day's going to feel like that. So you're going to feel groggy, you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel you want to go back to bed all day. But if you wake up and you start your day off right, you find the motivation, then you'll have a better day. You'll have more energy, everything like that will go better. So if you do have a morning routine, stick to it. It's going to be hard, make yourself do it. Number 2, you actually do need more sleep in winter. So this will be, technically you're supposed to sleep when the sun goes down and wake up when the sun comes up. Clearly, we cannot do that because no one's going to go to sleep at 5 o'clock and wake up at 7. But you can make it better. And another reason that you need more sleep in winter is because you get energy from the sun and you get energy from sleeping. But in winter, your energy that you get from the sun is severely lacking. You need to make up for that somehow, so you can do that with sleep. And I just suggest adding 1 hour to your sleep. And if you do add 1 hour, add it to the beginning of the night, not to the end. Because like I said, you want to make sure you're waking up when the sun comes up. That's going to help you a lot. So you want to get closer to going to sleep when the sun goes down. So you'll want to, if you go to bed at 10 normally, go to bed at 9. That will get you a little closer, and you'll get another extra hour of sleep so that you'll have more energy. And this is really important. Another thing that goes along with like waking up with the sun and going to sleep with the sun is the wake up light. So the wake up light is an alarm clock, and basically you set it like you would in a normal alarm clock. So if you wake up at 6, you set it for 6, but it will actually start at 5:30, and all it does is just like light up. So at 5:30 it'll be like super dim, and then every minute until 6 it's going to get a little lighter and a little lighter and a little lighter. And what that's supposed to do is mimic waking up to the sun. So you know, if you had your windows open and there were no curtains and the sun was coming up, it'd take about a half an hour, but then your room would be bright and you would naturally wake up. So that's what the wake up light's supposed to do. It's supposed to be a lot better than like being in a deep sleep and waking up at like an obnoxious sound. Yeah. But I don't actually have that yet. It's on my Christmas list, so I can't for sure say whether it's amazing or not. It sounds awesome, but I'm hoping that I'll get it within this next week here. But Christmas is in like a week and 2 days, so by then I'm hoping I'll have it and I can try it out. And I'll let you know. And then my third tip, which kind of is along the same lines, is to get a UV light, a therapy light, or mine's called the Happy Light, and I love my Happy Light. So basically it's just like a UV light, and I have it next to me and I can show it to you, but it's supposed to mimic the sun. Now you're supposed to use it for 30 minutes within the first hour that you wake up, and you can have it like within, as long as it's within 1 or 2 feet of you, like mostly your face, then it will work. So you can use it while you're getting ready, you can use it while you're reading, you can use it while you're working out even. Like whatever you do in the morning, you can incorporate this into your routine. So it's over here, and I can show it to you. Basically, just like turn it on, and it's really bright. And it has UV rays in it, but nothing like a tanning bed. Like, for example, I would notice that I would get really depressed, especially around like February, March, after it's been a few months of winter, really deprived. So when I was younger, like I would take like a week and go tanning, and that would help me a lot because like I would have the energy and it would help me. But this is something that you can do that's a lot less damaging for your skin, and you can do it every day, and then it will kind of work against those things ever coming up in the first place. So yeah, I love that. And it's also like when you have it in front of you, it releases serotonin in your brain. So like I said before, serotonin is like the hormone that releases your happiness. So you need that. Otherwise, you're going to feel depressed and you're not going to have positive energy. The next tip that I have is use essential oils in winter. So I actually have my essential oils running right now. I'm running lavender because I love lavender, but there's a lot that you can use, like my favorite for winter: lavender, peppermint, tea tree, eucalyptus, anything citrus. Like the citrus ones will really get you going. Especially like in the morning, peppermint is great because peppermint will get you like up out of bed. It's really stimulating. My favorite is to actually combine. I do lavender, peppermint, and tea tree, and I really like the smell of that. But any combination that you like essential oils do have those stimulating properties, so they're going to be really helpful in winter. So I use them. I also have a Christmas spirit essential oil, so I use that when it's Christmas time. It's great. And then the fifth tip is changing your diet. So a lot of people think in order to be healthy, you have to eat like a salad or you have to eat smoothies in the morning and stuff like that, but in winter, it's not necessarily true. Like, you're going to want to eat warming foods. You want to eat foods that are going to, like, be more grounding. Salads are cold, smoothies are cold, and you actually digest food better all year round when they're actually cooked. So I would not suggest eating salads and smoothies in the winter. What I would suggest is the root vegetables, like sweet potatoes, squash, all of those. Those are great in winter. You also will want like spices. And when I say spices, I don't necessarily mean spicy. I mean like any spices that you cook with, like cumin or cinnamon or barley or any of those things. It's my cat in the background. Any of those things are going to be great for you in winter. And there's like, if you think about it, there's certain foods that are like harvested during certain times. Now we're lucky enough to live in a time where you can get access to any of these foods whenever you want. But there are foods that are better for you in winter, better for you in spring, and better for you in summer. And it's really based off of when you harvest them. So eat the root vegetables and eat that stuff in winter, and that will help you a lot. And my last one, other than the bonus, is you probably are lacking vitamin D in winter. So you're going to want to supplement that by either taking an extra vitamin D pill or like putting it, somehow get extra vitamin D into yourself, because you don't have the sun, you don't have any vitamin D from the sun. And from our foods, there's just not enough to supplement. So you're going to probably need to supplement that. And that's different for every person. So like, you can test your vitamin D levels and then figure out how much more you need, but most people do need a little bit extra in the winter months. And my bonus tip for getting through winter is, if you can, not everyone can do that, but if you can, go down south for like a week or a long weekend. Like last year, if anyone noticed, like I went to Florida for a week in December. I went for a long weekend. Yeah, a long weekend in January and then a whole nother week in February. That was great. That helped me so much. And it doesn't last like the whole time, but you go down there and you get that pick-me-up. You come back and it'll last for like a week or two. And it's great. Like, I love going down south, especially in winter. But then I kind of hate coming back. But that's okay, because it does actually help. And so yeah, if you can follow all of these tips, you will be a lot more equipped to get through winter without like hating life. So you'll have more energy, you'll be more positive, you'll have more motivation. You won't stay in bed and want to watch movies all the time like I used to be. And I know that these work because I do them, and I have all these things that I'm talking about. So if you have any questions about this, or want to talk about anything further, feel free to send me a message. You can comment on this. I'll get back to you, of course. And if you also have seen, I do have a new coaching program available. So if you're interested in that, I can help you with these things and everything else to make sure that you're on the right track. So as always, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to connect with you. So have a great day, and I'll see you next Saturday.